Guys, welcome to our channel once again. I am Rexsam, the solar doctor, the celebrity engineer. In our topic today, we are going to discuss the importance of solar energy in our sustainable future. What are the importance of this solar energy in our sustainable energy and in our sustainable future? Our future holds a lot of things for us, and this future is what makes our environment comfortable and enjoyable. There's no way we'll be in an environment that is dirty and expects you to live long. What are the importance of solar energy? Solar energy, as we all know, that it is a renewable energy that is gotten from the sun, and it is a natural giving resources that cost us nothing to come to us. How do we harness the power of sunlight and convert it to meaningful things which everyone can use to enjoy both now, present, and in the future? So we can see that harnessing the solar energy or harnessing the power of sun, as we all know, is part of exploring the nature and making it useful both for the present people and for the next generation. How does this thing work? What are the things that make the solar energy to work effectively? How do we use this solar energy to ensure that the future is sustainable? How can we use solar energy to bring in innovations and civil work into our society? Now, these are the importance that we are going to look at today and show you how you can harness the power of sun and convert it to electricity without costing you anything. What are the components that makes up this solar energy? I want you to keep on watching this video as I show you the tips on how you can start exploiting the power of sun and equally convert it to useful items at your home. Once again, I want you to understand that there are things that make the solar system to work, and there are things you have to put on ground for you to harness this power of sun. How do I mean? There are a lot of energies that we have around us, but solar energy is reliable. It is something that is cost effective. It doesn't bring harm to the society, neither does it harm you as an individual. Imagine when you have a sun that everybody is using and it is available at all times. Imagine when you have a natural resources that you cannot put in any mechanism to harness it and make use of it. For instance, we have a lot of things that happens around the universe, and we have a lot of things that happens on the space. But sun is naturally given to us, which can be converted either as mechanical energy or as electrical energy. How do I mean? Generating electricity is actually simple, and I'm going to show you how you can make this energy effective for you, how you can simply generate this electricity and expand it either for business, either for your personal consumption, or even for commercial use. How do we do this? Every sector needs solar energy, and in all our life and daily activities, electricity is very important for us to keep our home lively. We use it to enjoy your music. We use electricity to enjoy all our appliances. We use it for seeing, making visibility of things like the solar light. We have a lot of things and its application. How does this solar energy work? Solar energy is actually the energy gotten from the sun. And for us to enjoy this energy from the sun, there are some specific components that we need to bring in place for us to enjoy it. What are those components that make solar energy to work effectively? We have something like the solar panel, which is the combinations of cells that is combined to attract the sun. And we have what makes the solar panel works. There are three components inside solar cell. When you look at those solar panels, you see a solar cell. You also see what we call converter, which may be in form of diode. That's the basic component that we use in doing what? Converting the sun into electricity. We have something like diode, we have cable, we have the solar cell. Then this solar panel is actually made up of glass and also the cell that is being fixed on top of the roof or being fixed to the sun in order to absorb the energy from the sun and being converted through the use of our diode as a component. You know how diode works, but I'm not going to go into details with this on that diode. But in one of my videos, I promise you I will give you detailed information about solar panel, and we see how this diode helps to convert the energy that is being trapped by the cells on the panel. So because of this, we equally have things that you use to convert the energy generated from the sun to the system where you want to use it. As we all know that solar energy is very important both to as energy for storage, you can use it directly, and you can equally store it with the use of deep cycle batteries. How do I mean? When the energy is generated from the sun through the solar panel, it is being conveyed with a cable. That cable will now pass the electricity generated either to the battery, to the charge controller, or even directly to the converter of what you want to use it with. Like if you are using your solar pump, you don't actually need inverter to be in between for you to make use of solar energy. No, all you need is a converter that will convert every electricity generated by the panel, and that will make it to function properly. Then, as I'm talking about the component that is needed for this, we have also inverter. What does the inverter do? The work of the inverter is just to invert, like I said, to invert the electricity from normal DC to AC. As we all know that direct current, most of our appliances does not correspond with that. But when you have alternate current, then the alternate current will now help you to power your system, like the bulb, your TV, your fridge, your AC, your refrigerator, a lot of them that needed to be powered with AC source. Therefore, the inverter does the inversion, or probably you can say conversion, but the normal term is inversion. It inverts the electricity, which is the DC current, to AC current. Whereas in that solar pump, like I mentioned, converts. So that means it converts the other one to direct DC, but the inverter does the inversions. As you all know, when you are using NOT gate, that is what it does. So in the same way, we equally have the charge controller. What is the function of this charge controller? Charge controller will actually help you to control every energy that comes in, every electricity generated through the panel to the batteries. What does that do? There are many types of charge controller, and in one of my topics these days, I promise you that I'm going to give you detailed information and all the things you need to know about charge controller. We have different forms, different types, different forms of charge controller. We have basically to the MPPT and the PWM. I will tell you the advantage and the disadvantage of this when next we meet in this video. If today is your first time of watching my video, I want you to kindly subscribe on this channel, so I will be getting detailed information about solar system. Once again, I want to tell you that solar energy is actually useful and it is sustainable to the future. There's nothing like harming environmental pollution, and everything you do about solar is actually less cost. You don't spend much to get it. It is something you just pay once and there's no maintenance cost attached to it. Compared to every other source of generating electricity, solar energy is the easiest, the most reliable, and also the most cost-effective means of generating electricity. Over time, we have seen that there are a lot of things to exploit in the future, and there are a lot of things that you can do with solar energy. These are the reasons why everyone around us needs to adapt into solar energy. Now, how do we use this solar energy effectively? I'll be bringing you the structures and the pattern, step-by-step guides on how you can make this work. Continue as I bring you this information. Once